Hey, what's going on, you guys? Back in the shop, Labor Day weekend. I spent some time with the Traxxas Mini now. I've actually spent time with a couple of Traxxas Minis. My mom and stepfather got one as well. So first impressions, first reactions, it looks really nice. It's very well built and designed in the looks department. Here, it might help if I had it set on my face. Definitely got the short course pro look to it. We like that. It looks awesome. I'm a big fan of how it looks. I really am. Having that trophy truck score look to it. The super trucks that you would see racing on big racetracks out in the city. Design wise, looks wise, it gets a 10. I think it looks awesome. Then that's probably the only high score it's going to get from me. Awesome little body, pretty sturdy. Traxxas bodies, if you know the bodies, you know that they're pretty sturdy. It's dirty, so don't judge, and rocks are going to fall out of it. Yeah, this platform is Traxxas standard basher, I guess, if that's how I can put it. You can throw it down and you can race it and you can have fun and you can get stuff done. You can get yourself started, but it is in no way, shape, or form can it keep up with the Grom, stock Grom. I brought my Grom out today to race along with these, and it was doing circles around them. Just in the handling department alone. Now, I understand the gyro helps a ton with steering, but it just performs better, jumps better, handles corners better. The way this is set up, this four-wheel drive, it's set up well for a rear wheel drive, if that makes sense, where some of us are used to in the rally world having the front tires more of where, pulling us through the corners. This is rocketing you through the corners like a rear wheel drive, if that makes sense, even though it's four-wheel drive. It's very loose in the corners. The tires definitely don't help that at all. They're pretty hard tires, very firm, actually. You can see there's no foam, no air. It's just one big weird piece. They're not my favorite tires in the world, I can tell you that. Yeah, the shocks need tuning. It's just plain to see when you're racing it and driving it that they need to be tuned. It's a fun truck. I'm not trying to dump all over it. I'm not trying to say bad things about it. I'm not. I'm just trying to compare to other ready to runs like the Grom, kind of that are in the mini world of RCs. This is my Grom here. Let me took the body off. It just clipped back on as soon as I picked it up, just so people can see the Grom and all its stuff. The Grom tires are hard as well, but they have that pneumatic air. There's not, if there's a foam in there, it's very minuscule, but I don't think there is, as opposed to these on the Traxxas that are just hard foams. See, there's no pneumatic anything. You can see in the back, maybe if I can move it up, just how big the back is, and it's just all the plastic, to clear the knuckles and stuff. I don't know. Not a fan of the tires at all. Like, we raced around today, my mom and stepdad with theirs, and they were just losing control of it in the corners. It was just spinning and sliding. We were on some stone and dirt, not ideal race conditions, but this didn't struggle on the same stuff this one was struggling on. And I understand people, it's because it's Traxxas. I'm just trying to give you comparisons. I'm not trying to say this won't be awesome, but this is awesome out of the gate. This one. And this one's fun out of the gate, but if you're trying to race and you're trying to be serious, this will need a lot of work. It just will. The servo is slow, very, very slow, and it gets you in trouble fast. It doesn't like to doesn't let to correct. It just, it's like you're needing it to turn real fast to help you get through the corner. It's like, I'll get there when I feel like getting there. So yeah, that's not great. The speed, I don't mind the speed of this. You know, everybody tries to go, you know, 6S the world. Everything needs to be 100 miles an hour, bullet tires off the rims. I'm not that person. I like racing on 2S. That's what I'm used to racing. For bashing, I like 3S. But this, as you can hear the rocks falling out of it still from today. This isn't horrible. The speed isn't horrible. And they did pretty well on that setup, in my opinion. If you're a beginner, it's great. Veteran, you might actually just be like, oh, I like that speed. It's a, you know, you can handle that speed, and we'll say tight racing. You know, if you're trying to win the, you know, a big long straightaway, you're probably going to fall short on that. But there's plenty of tuning options out there. I know Traxxas is going to do its part to make more aftermarket for this, I'm sure. But you know, I don't hate it. You know, some people, you know, will get mad at it, but I don't. And I beat this today. I really did. I let my nephew drive it as well. I let my mom drive it, even though because her battery died on hers. But we raced them, we beat them, we jumped them, smashed into each other like demo derbies, and it held together. I mean, it's a strong platform in that aspect. And I did take some bad tumbles with it off one of the jumps there. But yeah, overall, I would say, you know, if we're doing ready to runs and A is good and D is bad, I'm giving this either a C plus, B minus. You know, I still think it's just, as a basher, it's fine. And that's probably what most people will buy this for. But if you're going to race it, you're going to need a new servo. You're going to need new tires. You're going to need to do tuning to the shocks. And, you know, you can tell that it needs work for racing. And I've bought this, done nothing with it, and I've won a race, I've won a heat with it. And it's, you know, fast as frick as is. Shocks handle amazing out of the box. Tires, they're okay. You know, but they're not bad. I've raced on dirt, I've raced on sand, pavement. The shocks need to be rebuilt because I have beaten on this quite a bit. But yeah, if you're looking to get into racing immediately, this is your call. If you want to bash and you want to just play with your boys and your friends and do a club racing, then this is probably the way you want to go. But if you like to challenge yourself to make something better than what it is, like I do, then this is what you would want. I mean, you can obviously do that too with this, but I don't mind this. And I as you can see around the room, I love RCs. I love all RCs. I just like racing, doing things. And now my mom has one of these, and I can race her and my stepdad. We're going to build a little off-road track to race with each other, you know, and that's kind of what it's all about for me anyways. But that's it, you guys. Like, first impressions, looks awesome, handles okay, good basher. But that's really it. Following this will be the videos I made today of all of us playing. Thanks for checking it out, you guys. Probably not going to do much more with this as far as like updates or videos, unless something major I do to it. Up next will be my Camel's Hump, or not Camel's Hump, but the where am I going? The hike. Yeah, where are we going? Mount Washington. Oof. It's a Monday, so there you go, guys. That's it. That's how we're doing it. And enjoy the videos. Thanks for watching.